I think there's something so real and comforting about food that we all can relate to. Never in our recent history have so many people been so passionate about food, ingredients, farmers markets, growing vegetables. People are cooking for pleasure rather than cooking for necessity. It's really quite a phenomenon.
I do genuinely believe that sharing a meal with your friends or your family is one of the greatest connections we have these days.
Food transcends generations, it's inclusive, it's about generosity. But what you see sitting on a plate is really only half the story. How that produce gets to the plate is a long, committed, sometimes arduous and difficult process.
The story behind each of those individual ingredients involves a person, a place, a different growing process.
The reality is that without the producers and farmers and fishermen that are just as dedicated and just as passionate, we can't create what we create.
We try to tell the story of what's happening in this time and place through the food. For us, it's about listening to the land, to the farmers, and they tell us what we should be serving.
There is always a story to be told on a plate. More so than what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, it goes quite deep.
And I think that as people start asking more questions and wanting to know more, they're fascinated by what they find out. They're fascinated about the stories behind the produce.
The actual effort and the scale and all of the different places that every element has come from is incredibly vast and broad, and if you broke down each plate that you get served in each restaurant or cafe or wherever around the country on any given day, there would be millions of stories behind those plates.
I really believe that storytelling is what we do as chefs. The journey of the ingredients is just as important as the end result.